What's up, warriors? Welcome back. This is the second part of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. First part will be also linked in the description, and subscribe. We're done. We're going to test fire it afterwards just to make sure. So now we're going to remove our barrel assembly and the hop-up unit. Look how dirty it is. It hasn't been cleaned in 6 months. It's always just been grease, 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 grease. Dirty gun, dirty gun. So I'm going to start taking everything apart. Barrel's out. Recoil spring out. This guide out. I'm going to set them in here. These are probably the quickest things to clean. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take our blowback unit out. Phillips, which it's already loose. That's how you know that it's been in use a lot. Drop that out, take this out, set this aside. Look at all that aluminum all over my hands. Okay, we're gonna grab our screw. Don't lose the screw. Don't lose this back piece, plate. Okay, we got this. Okay, we're gonna wipe it out. Just take our rag, just wipe it real good, scrub, wipe, whatever. Okay, and then I'll show you all the markings. Okay, where's my slide eject? There it is. My round eject. Okay, so we got a lot of rubbing going on here, a lot going on here, a lot going on here. Okay, so we wiped out all the grease. We're going to set this aside and we're going to clean this up, and then we'll re-grease them and put it back together after we do the repair, because there's damage on this unit, which I tried to explain last time in the previous video, which I will link in the description. We're going to pull back our nozzle. I'm not going to take it off completely. I'm just going to pull it back, clean it up, clean it, wipe it down pretty good. I don't want to put any solvent on here, degreaser, because I don't want to damage any O-rings on the internal where the valves are. Okay, now we're going to get our PTFE, or I mean our silicone oil. We're going to put it on the seal. Okay. Then we're going to put our nozzle back on. Boom, this unit is cleaned on the internal of the internal. Now, this is where I want to show you. In here, right here, this is where that bar lands. The trigger bar. That's where this trigger bar slides up in here. If you're not greasing it properly, it's going to keep hitting there, and it's going to nick it. It's going to create an edge for where it can catch even further. And if you see here, I haven't seen that before. Now I want to check my other gun. But first one is here. There's an edge here. Right there. There's an edge here. Can you see it? Can you see that edge right here? So that's where the file comes into play. There's also another nick. I haven't seen it in the other gun yet, but there's a nick right here, like a dent. I don't know how it got there, but that created an edge over here. So now you take your file. Don't be scared. It's not going to damage you're not breaking your gun. You're maintaining it. You're going to file it. And you're going to feel it. Okay, that edge is gone. There's a lot of damage right here. There's a lot of wear over here. So we're going to also file here. So there's a lot of damage right there. We're also going to file in here. So I'm going to lay it flat. File it. Take off that edge. Okay, gonna stick my finger in there. Can I still feel it? Yeah, a little bit. So it's almost done. So get in there. There, it's flat now. Then I'm gonna get that one. I've also ordered I actually don't remember if I ordered a new one of these. I'm gonna check the other side just in case. Got some a little more wear over here. I'm gonna file this a little. Okay. Feel this edge. Yep, there you go. That's it. Wipe it off. Grab your grease, your PTFE grease. A little bit. Put it here where metal rubs. Okay. Put it here. And essentially, that's basically everything that you need to do to keep your gun in proper order. Okay, we're going to grab our ejector, slide that in there. Okay, put the ejector on. I'm going to put this back. Don't forget to lube here with silicone oil. Okay, so everything's here. Now we're just going to put it all back together. Put this back. I'm going to stick the screw in first. The Phillips. Stick that in there. Then grab my rear sight. Slide that in a little bit. Double check your front sight. Mine's sitting at an angle, so I want to fix that and tighten it. Okay. We're going to take our other parts of internals and we're going to wipe them down. Finish putting the gun together. Okay, I'm going to wipe down my recoil spring. Just a quick wipe down. It's got too much grease on it. Oil. Which I want to order a new spring, but it's fine for now. Okay. Barrel, we're gonna wipe down the barrel. This is where the hammer and that piece of wood comes into play. Unless you're able to pull the barrel out without doing anything. So I would just put the hammer right here, the piece of wood right here, just right on that edge so it doesn't damage anything. I use wood so it doesn't damage anything. Just take the back end and then you take the hammer. You just tap the hammer and then you just tap the hammer so it pops out real quick. There you go. Wipe it off. Wipe it all off. You're going to need a cleaner Q-tip. Do not put solvent degreaser in here where this seal is, because it can damage the seal. Didn't realize there's a round in here, but I don't even have the mag for it. So now we're going to clean it up inside and on the other side. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of PTFE where you see wear and tear, metal rubbing on metal, just to try and preserve it a little more. Okay. Barrel. This was my first barrel. As you can see, the orange tip is still in there that I kept in there to keep the barrel straight, the inner barrel. So we're going to wipe down in here. Okay, when you order a new barrel, a new new outer barrel, it comes in a little thicker. That way you don't need. It comes in a little thicker. That way you don't need to have something in there to keep the barrel straight if you order a new barrel. I'm going to add a little PTF here. Reassemble it. Whack it with the back end of her. Oh, that's why. Because of that part I was just talking about. There you go. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to add a little bit of PTF. E, where we see wear and tear. Put some on the slide itself. And then we're basically done. We're going to do a test to see how the gun performs now after they're clean. And, you know, the metal shaving to get rid of all the stoppage that you keep getting. See the notch, that notch? There's a notch here. There's a thing there. That's where the notch is supposed to go. Okay. Okay. There you go. You have successfully taken apart your gun, cleaned it, maintained any damages that you see, repaired everything that you needed to repair. And these will keep your gun lasting longer. That way you don't have to replace any unnecessary parts. Okay. Slide it together. Now let's see if you can find the difference between the gun now, from the beginning of the video to now. Okay. Racking a lot better. Okay, so now the gun's working, it's cleaned, it's been repaired. We're going to shoot off a few rounds, just to test and make sure that it's running the way it's supposed to. And if it's not, we'll just repeat the process that we just did and make sure that we fix everything along the way. Okay, so put our mag in, bracket, BB gun, Airsoft, not real. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you out and answered any questions you had along the way. Well, it's hard for me to find any kind of content, so I figured I'd make it. Take them apart, repair them. If you have any guns that you need help with or need figuring out, reach out to me and then we can go from there. If you have any more questions. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe.